Yep.
Yep.
We're live.
We got 5 minutes. Letting anybody jump on that feels inclined. Really don't have anything prepared for tonight.
Same.
Except for, our weekends.
Yeah, I figured we were just going to talk about the weekend. Is nobody joining us?
I'm hoping.
Supposedly Nicole was supposed to join us.
Okay, what about Miss Kitty?
She might also be joining us. I don't know if there was nothing that was completely hammered down.
Hey, I actually managed to put on clothes tonight. I'm not just wearing a sweatshirt this time.
Like, wait, what was the other option?
Wait, what? Just a sweatshirt?
Steampunk appropriate clothes. I mean, I'm wearing boxer shorts and my Uggs on the lower half. At least I look steampunk professional from, up here. It's the best I can do.
What was it? There was a female singer that had to tour for a while at one point. And I cannot remember her name, but she was one of the more popular ones. I'm just gonna, she was just like, but when she was coming through like Lubbock, Texas, or something like that at the time, it was like live, whatever Saturday night, naked from the ankles down because she tripped earlier in her deal and nearly broke her ankle on her. So she was doing the show in her bare feet on all the stages. But that was a selling point there for a time.
Nice.
It was, live from
bait and switch.
Yeah, it was hilarious on the radio.
Oh man. Yeah, I managed to buy 2 corsets from Kitty before I left on Saturday because totally needed those.
That's how I feel about how much tea I bought.
Yeah,
Steampunk teas. We're gonna go over this.
I always forget.
It's because they're over there and they're over there in like the good spot, but they're also like the furthest thing on that one leg.
Yeah,
and I don't think that's a good spot. I mean, for
it used to be
walk by traffic.
Where? Because I don't remember ever seeing.
You know where we were sitting in the little koi pond area. All right. You know where they had to go all run off to go do like beer tasting.
Yes.
It's like right there. It was the last booth right before you go into the building.
Okay.
They didn't have a sign up this year.
Oh yeah, I've never seen it.
That's where all the tea casts are. They have all the casts.
They had a sign.
Did they?
Okay. I didn't actually know there was a sign. I just knew that's where they are. They
proof that location is not good.
I was gonna say, I feel like they should be like in that the
main thoroughfare.
Yeah, that fire pit area over there.
You need to have the 2-story building for Steampunk teas. So you have a tea room upstairs.
There's at least one 2-story building out there now.
Mm-hmm.
Or another, yeah.
Built right on the remains of what used to be the spot that Steam Chest used to sit every time. And where we've been, or before I was a host. Back when I was just merely a green little person they were interviewing.
When you were just Jack.
Oh, yeah. That's a fun interview, by the way. I had a lot of fun with that one.
I think I remember that one, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Back before all this gray came in here. Oh, man.
I was still a redhead.
The show, man. It's been doing things to me.
Hi, Lawrence. Hi, Rita.
Hey.
Did we all get thrown in jail this weekend?
Oh, yes.
More than once.
Some of us got thrown in jail for worse offenses, too.
No.
Like bad beer tasting. And
I saw Thax for his taco. Was that the jailable offense? Was it the taco?
They arrested me for having my taco too hot and for getting the guacamole.
So you're a rebel. You're one of them young rebels. You want your avocado toast.
Hey, I was eating avocado toast before I knew it was a thing. I just it sounded good, so I would smash it up, and all of a sudden everybody's talking about millennials and avocado toast. It's fucking weird.
Funny enough, I'm actually scrolling through Nicole's page, and it has her and her one of her sidekicks, and all people, Thax posts on it. Guacamole justice? Question mark.
I'm a little bitter.
Oh no. Well,
Avocado's gone brown.
ugh. That's not good. Yeah, but I mean, with avocados, you've got like about 5 minutes where you can actually eat it.
You drench it in lime juice or lemon juice, and it doesn't change.
Yeah, but
Or
that's
bourbon, you know,
All right.
like you do with like fruit salad.
avocado bourbon.
You do what with
You
fruit
pour
salad?
brandy in your fruit
It's-
salad to keep
it's
the
8
apples
o'clock.
from changing color.
Are you ready to go?
That's disgusting. Please go.
It's actually very.
I'm talking about the avocado and the whiskey or whatever.
No, it's
Roll it.
lemon. Jesus, no.
Texas Steampunk Connection coming to you live from various parts of Texas in our bunkers and airships and whatnot. I am Flavio as usual, and with me as always is Thax, the gentleman adventurer, and Jack from Steam Chest. And we have Master Blue Stocking. Say hello, guys.
Hey.
So once again, we are here to talk, probably about steampunk, most likely, because that's what this is about. Thank you for listening to the Texas Steampunk Connection.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You have reached the Texas Steampunk Connection. It is Tuesday night once again. We have just all come back from Steampunk November, which we've been talking about for like the next 2 months.
Oh my God. Since last Steampunk November.
Yeah, basically. And that was last weekend, and we were all exhausted.
We are old and tired.
Arrgh.
I don't know how Rita and Lawrence do this all the time.
I don't know, but I'm willing to try.
Today is National Pickle Day. I'm sure we were all celebrating.
Oh yes.
One of my advisors has she's the I'll take your pickle friend.
It's me. I love dill pickles are perfect.
Hello, Nicole.
Hello.
Yay, Nicole.
Yay.
Let's see. And the weather was perfect.
It was
this weekend, wasn't it?
beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And
Yes.
we've never gotten to say that.
It's very rare. It was nice last year.
It was chilly a lot earlier last year. I remember that. That's why I ended up around the fire with the hot wine, with the mulled wine.
By last year, you mean the last year they held it, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
they skipped the last 2 years.
No, we had it last year.
It was last year. Yeah, we
Was
were
it
That's when
there.
I met Jack for the first time.
Yeah.
It was 20 and
okay.
21 because
That was
pandemic.
That was
Yeah.
the first after COVID ended.
Yeah.
Then
And then we got to
20,
meet up
yeah.
again
At
over at the
Galveston.
coast.
Yes.
Yeah.
See you on the
Yeah.
coast. Come out to the
Coming with
coast. Have a
you.
few laughs. Yes.
And
Yeah.
we're
Then
going to what
20
TV
was a
dinner show?
pandemic. 21, they didn't have enough people to help get it ready to go. So they had to
You okay
cancel
with it, Thax?
Oh, so it's not just me. He really is just kind of
He's frozen.
he is frozen in time.
Oh no.
No. Yeah, see, it was cold last year, but like it wasn't. I don't know. It was warmer earlier, and then it just kind of the temperature started dropping. There he is.
Back.
He's
Picture
my
fading
it.
back
internet
in.
connection tonight has been spotty, so I might be cutting in and out, and I apologize. What I miss?
Us making fun of you for being paused.
Yeah.
And then talking about it was cold.
Yes.
And I actually was so happy. I wore like 2 jackets. And I think actually I didn't pull out my pea coat. That's probably where my gloves are because I actually have some black fingerless gloves like Lawrence was wearing this week. And I'm like, I can't find them. I don't know where they gone. Or my little like roach cigarello holder thing that I usually am sporting. Couldn't
Oh
find that
yeah, you
either.
didn't
So
have that.
so I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
wasn't chewing on something the entire. Usually.
I mean, I had the cigarettes. You could chew on those if you want. I don't know how it's gonna
Yeah.
taste.
If that's the case, I actually have some old like what are they? The cardamom flavored
Cloves.
Yeah, I got
If
the
you
cloves.
have cloves, they are way old because you haven't been
Oh,
able
they
to
are
buy them every
really
year
old.
in like
This
10
is the
years.
same pack I had back when I used to go to Wild Wild West Con. I only like small.
I have clothes.
They're old because you haven't been able to buy them in America for at least 10 years.
Oh no, I've bought them in America since then.
Where? They're
These black
outlawed.
shops.
Days.
They're not. Yeah, I was gonna say they're not legal here anymore, and they're trying to outlaw menthol now, which is gonna be my downfall. But
Downfall of
Yeah.
a lot of people. I can't believe that's going through because most people I know that are of the conservative ilk that would be voting on keeping
smoke
that
menthol cigarettes.
yeah, they smoke the menthols, and I'm just like, Menthols is what you smoke.
Oh, that's right, Nicole. I forgot. Yes, it got super cold out there. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot it dropped down below freezing at night out there. Yeah, because I was gone. I wasn't. Yeah, that's
I
right.
remember I was thinking, I'm
Yeah.
so happy I'm not vending this year.
Yeah, it got
I'm just
real bad.
so wrapped up in my hotel room going, "Ooh, it's a bit nippy."
Yep, I was snug in my bed.
I wonder how those people that are camping are feeling right about now.
Well, they're all in a puppy pile by the fire pit.
It's like drum circle's a little close.
I was gonna say, I remember SCA events like that in Oklahoma in October. We were just like a puppy pile in one of the great big tents. It was just
It's like
heavily
everyone
layered
breathe out. I hope
bodies.
that the heat of our breath will warm the air long enough for us not to freeze to death.
Yeah, it was bad. Good times though. No, I had fun this weekend. It was a beautiful day. Everybody had a good time. Brought somebody new out there, and she had a great time. So, yeah.
Speaking of new, there was a lot of people I've never seen out there before this time around.
Yeah, it just seemed to be like a big turnover in the Texas community. A lot of the people that I, seen year after year were not there, and it's in part replaced by new fresh faces, which is some good, some bad.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mixed bag. I don't know as many people as y'all do, though. I mean, I only went out there, I think this is my fourth time to go. So I don't, and then other than that, it was the Galveston Steampunk Festival, and then that failure of a festival in Kerrville that Dax and I went to, or Flavio and I went to. So I haven't spent that much time at these events. So I don't know. Most of them are still new faces to me.
Well, that's the thing when you're going to something for 7+ years.
Yeah.
The vendors. The vendors can spot you. Many of them are asking me if I was coming around for Steam Chest this year again, and we're ready to take my orders. And I had to, unfortunately, say, guys, it's shuttered in for the time being until until economic winds change.
Yeah.
And but they're like, yeah, we understand. But there were some other vendors here that I haven't run into, and one of them was really cool. I got their information. I think it could be kind of fun to have them on the show later. They were the ones with the books that were folded. The old books that they had that made them look like when they opened up and they're like fairy tales.
Yeah, Shannon and Emery spent quite a bit of time looking at those. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those were neat.
Once you get over the idea of them ruining books for art.
I mean, books in it's 2023. Books are plentiful and available.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can still get them.
Yep.
So instead of just throwing out books that have been very well loved, turn them into something else.
Yep.
And there were plenty of books printed in our, last 50 years of history that are just garbage.
Yeah. That's actually what my brother got motivated to write a book. Was he picked up one from the library and he bought it later as a testament. I can't remember the name of it, but he said it was hot garbage. He never finished it. But to him, it was his way of saying, if this guy can get published, anyone can get published.
I mean, yeah.
So,
you wouldn't believe the amount of people that, well, I've shared links on it before, people that lose their minds when libraries weed. Weeding is necessary. Libraries have to do it because they are not a TARDIS. They don't have infinite space.
As much as we would love to just have, we have to build onto our library because it's run out of space.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I mean, even because we have to weed stuff at our library, and we're getting rid of like textbooks from 20 years ago.
Right.
Even the
That's
math
the first thing to
textbooks
cut.
really aren't. Yeah. So, and people will still lose their mind. So we had to start, we had to start closing up the dumpsters and doing it quietly when nobody was watching. Yeah. Most libraries have to do that now or lock their dumpsters because people will flip. And you're not losing anything. I promise. I promise.
We don't throw away the good books.
See, that's what Rita said. The vendor started with a load of books that were going to a landfill. If if you're that upset about, because libraries can't keep all this stuff, they just can't. So take them, do something with them. But also the suggestion, well, those books can be sent to people in third world. No,
they don't want to read your crappy old books either.
Yeah, I hate. Yeah, well, send them. No, they don't want them either. They don't need 20-year-old textbooks either. It's so bad. No, take them, recycle them, whatever. But the libraries can't afford to recycle them either. It's just too much work.
And Jack, you point out don't throw away the good ones. When they have to throw away the good ones, they put them out for sale.
Mhm.
You can pick them up on the cheap, which is kind of awesome.
And also,
Our
I mean,
little
the good ones get checked out. Books that get weeded are because they haven't been checked out in a certain amount of years. They're not just getting rid of stuff. So if it's a good book and it's your favorite book and people check it out, it's fine. It's safe.
If you want a book to stay in a library, check it out then.
I mean, there have been people that have done that. Because I think I managed to keep a whole bunch of books from getting weeded when I was working on my comps last year, because I was checking out books from our library that nobody had checked out in like 5 years, but I needed them. So they ended up so yeah, I mean, so that's my soapbox. Don't get mad about libraries weeding. It's necessary. You have to do it.
Yep. And most of the stuff, the Library of Congress has a copy now. And
I mean, yeah, you can, like I said, there's ebooks, there's
We're not
audiobooks, there's
losing
print
knowledge.
books. You can find them. Lawrence, I was wondering where the TARDIS went, because I remember it being out there in 22. No, that was last
it
year.
wasn't out there this
19.
year.
It was I remembered in 19. Yeah.
So that was actually brought
happened
out
to it?
by another group. That wasn't actually a fixture. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that was a photo op thing brought out by a group they made one and they wanted to show it off, and they were able to put it out there. And let people take pictures.
Okay.
Same
I
thing
wasn't
with
sure.
kind of the Ford cars that were out there a couple years prior to that. And so
The termites damaged the TARDIS? Oh no.
interdimensional termites. That's pretty terrifying.
Alien termites. Oh,
Snowmageddon.
Snowmageddon.
Flamethrowers.
Yeah. The snow got to it.
Snowmageddon did it in. Oh, okay. Well, I could be wrong then, obviously.
Yeah. Conflicting reports.
Termites, snow.
I mean, it could, who knows? So, yeah, no, I had a good
I
time.
may have purchased it for nefarious reasons for my bathroom.
There's still no funnel cake out there, by the way. I think there was with the food truck that used to be in that main area.
There was once or twice. Yes.
There's no
But
funnel
they always
cake.
ran out.
Well,
That's a
was
good
funny.
thing.
that's
Right?
yes.
Yes, but they didn't refill the next day either.
That's
Funnel
not
cake
a-
is
It's just
funnel cake
batter
is
and oil.
cake mix.
Yeah.
It's not like what's $1? Okay,
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's
$2
just batter and
$1
oil
with a
and
crappy
yeah.
cake mix at HEB or Walmart,
Yeah,
and
it's
you're
just
selling
about
it
the
for
deep,
$5.
It's
You're
just the
making
deep
4
fried with the
times more
powdered
money.
sugar.
Johnny Steverson is tuned in. Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
That's a face we expected to see this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, where were you?
Didn't make it.
Everybody
Straight up.
stockpile. Yes, Rita, they need a
tackle
coffee
Johnny.
cart and funnel cake. Ooh, coffee and funnel cake. That would be
That is good.
that would
yeah.
be that would
You know,
do gangbusters.
It's almost like dipping a coconut, dipping a donut in your coffee. Don't dip a
Yes.
coconut in your coffee; you'll drop it.
I
and
mean,
it
you
makes a
can
mess.
if you really want.
I was at the Ren Fest.
The Ren Fest.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Whatever.
That's the darndest thing. I mean, all of our fair seasons or our event seasons are taken up by Ren fairs the whole time.
Yeah, but I mean, summer's too hot to do anything, literally anything. So
The only time it's summer is when you're making your costumes. That's what
yes.
you're inside.
You're in the air conditioning. Yeah. Working on those layers.
Working on it, hoping it's going to be cold enough to actually wear all these layers.
The fantasy is that you'll be able to wear this costume and it'll be cool enough.
I have noticed that Benefica corsets, they weren't out there this year or last year either. Because I spent a lot of money with them, which I mean, I don't know, maybe it's better for Kitty if she's the only
Kitty
one.
was talking about them that they moved to Colorado. The seamstress moved to Colorado and doesn't do the sort of volume of work that she did before.
Okay.
Yeah. Rita was in for that conversation too. But you can still order from her?
Yeah, I mean, I follow them on Instagram, I think, but I just hadn't paid attention. So you never know what's, just a move and what's some drama behind the scenes that you might want to find out about. But
I got the impression
no drama.
Not this time.
No drama.
Pity.
There have been drama in the past, and
I was
those
gonna
are always
say,
entertaining. But
with
no,
community,
not this
any
time.
small community, they're just drama hiding somewhere. They're always telenovelas, but yeah, I wasn't sure about this one because they had a really nice spot back there. But
Mhm.
the big red food truck and the games are back there now.
Yep.
So
And they've had blacksmiths out there in the past, and that was really cool. I was looking forward to seeing them again. But I understand moving out a blacksmith for a 2-day event, like a 3-day
Yeah.
event makes kind of sense because like, gee, I can actually get work done outside of while people are there, whether you're doing commissions or not. There's other work you can be making as display.
I've
Because
seen
one guy was
people
making
do it for
horseshoes.
2-day SCA events though. We have traveling
Those are
blacksmiths.
die
Heavy to
hard,
carry
right?
out.
True. Yeah. I mean, they have their little mobile
Like,
forges that they'd haul around.
but that's 100-pound anvil plus the 150-pound piece of wood it's attached to, and I've moved those. It's not fun. Then of
Like,
course
it's
your
hard.
forge is like 300 pounds.
It's not that difficult, Jack.
Oh my god! All right, well,
All right,
start the
well-
forge
Who's not
up.
gonna
We'll
lift
move
a
on.
100-pound anvil?
Hey, I'm doing well to lift myself and my cat.
Like, I gotta
All
start.
right.
I gotta start doing pull-ups again.
So we already know what I'm drinking. Lambrusco, go because I'm boring. Jack, what do you got?
And here's our bridge to this. Yeah, whatever.
It's
Moving on. I'm
busy and it
drinking
has a
boring
screw
beer.
top. So
I'm actually drinking something called the Devil's Backbone.
You're kidding.
Yeah. Oh wait, are you drinking
Why?
the same thing? This thing is really good. Oh wow,
Aw.
this is the first time this has ever
it's
happened.
like fate. Oh, is it good?
I
had
was
this
in
in
the
my
beer
HEB.
tasting
Oh,
beer
it was-
tasting
it was
room,
there.
and one of the guys at our table asked what my favorite beer from Real Ale Breweries was, and I said, "The Devil's Backbone." And then he got this big smile on his face because clearly we were on the same level. It's for those who haven't had it before, it is described as a Belgian style triple, which is to say it's a higher gravity beer. It's 8%,
8%.
right?
It's
8.1.
It's got a lot of a pecan flavor to it.
Interesting.
But it's got a lot of character, a lot
Mhm.
going on in there.
It's deep.
Heading toward a barley wine, almost not quite. Maybe a Scottish ale has that same kind of punch to it.
I love hearing you describe beer. I do. You're
Well,
very
I
into
forgive
it.
I forgive the blacksmith. Apparently, we're being told by Shane himself our black's truck was totaled, and he couldn't.
Oh
no.
no.
That
That'd be bad.
sucks.
If you're a blacksmith, I expect you just beat it back into shape and keep on
Hammer
doing
it out. Gee,
Just fix it on the side of the
Dang
road.
you see this
I'll
guy
be
sitting there just wailing on the side of his truck, and you see the parts just bending magically back into place, making that god awful noise. Jack and Thax describing the same beer is funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
So I will admit that this one's got a really kind of a roller coaster flavor to me. When I drink it, it's really cold, and it kind of like as you go, it gets warm and like more nutty, and then at the end, it's kind of it gets that kind of like light beer, like little like whip at the end. It's really nice. I like the I don't know. It's good. It's get that kind of cold flavor to the back of your throat at the end of the taste.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I feel like for this cooler weather, it's more appropriate or feels better to have a heavier beers, more alcoholic beers to keep you warm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Gotta have the carbs. Yep.
And Rita's got that water.
And
she's got
stash
tea.
licorice tea.
Oh, tea. I know her. The next thing.
Also, your tea, by the way, your Ukrainian tea vodka
Oh, the Tatra tea.
burning nightmare down my throat.
Oh, that stuff's
God.
wonderful, isn't it? It's like
That
the
was-
perfect cough syrup.
That was a lot.
It
Although
was
I
great.
kind of want some for the next time I get sick.
I don't think
Yes.
I really grasped the fact that it's 120 proof
Yeah,
until
like
you
I s-
gave
yeah.
me some.
Like I said, I wanted to go have a cigarette, but I needed to wait like 20 minutes for the fumes to clear out of my face.
Blow your nose off. Oh, I really liked the Wild Bills being there. It's not their first year they've been there, but
Yeah.
They really add to the event. Everybody's got a mug, and they got a an open source for root beer and what have yous. Chatra tea, 62%. So that's 124 proof.
Yeah, like I said, Matt just said, he smelled it and it just burns all the hairs out of you.
To me,
He wouldn't taste it.
Oh, it was gorgeous. I love that stuff. It is the most unique alcohol I've run into.
No, I can see the appeal. It's just like I said, it caught me off guard. I don't think I
It's
realized.
It's like if elves made vodka. That's how I feel about this. Like, that's a lot of flavors I've never had in like any type of vodka. Usually it's like whipped cream, pickle, cucumber, and then this is like, something on a completely different level.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Didn't make that because we're not. Man didn't make that. We're not that flavorful.
I could see using that to make a hot toddy though. Definitely.
Ooh. So it warm is really good.
I can see that. That would definitely be good, especially if it didn't feel well. Add a little lemon to it, some honey, would be awesome.
Yes.
Silver Anvil, the blacksmith sends his regards. Well, that's cool.
Aww.
Very nice.
With Shane in the audience, we got like an inside track. So another thing I thought would have been nice to have is like a small humidor in the Gilded Rose.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah,
because somebody brought a cigar and I was smelling it.
I know. I kept smelling it. Yeah. Yeah, I kept smelling, and also pipe tobacco, I think, because pipe tobacco's got a real specific, smell.
That's kind of one of those things you do here. You get your really cool looking,
Yeah.
You wander around smoking your pipe tobacco, but I don't know you can sell that at a convention. Can you?
I have no idea.
I mean, if you can sell,
I feel like there needs to be that needs like an extra certificate or something.
You
like
can sell
alcohol.
booze. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to sell.
I just want a place where I can buy a cigar. I could
cigar bar,
understand if they don't want us to smoke it in the Gilded Rose because lots of people are going in there and a lot of them don't appreciate it. But I can smoke it outside and that would be very cool.
Yeah. Well, I know a couple.
But if you want to build a cigar bar, that would be also
really cool. Smoking their tobacco and enjoying the convention. And there's a few of us in that room who know who we're talking about. But I'll admit that something that
have a cigar
I do enjoy, and it looks like tobacco, is all this tea I got.
Okay, let's talk about the tea. Okay,
all right, go ahead. Oh, did you see what Johnny just said?
Galveston Steampunk Festival will have a cigar lounge at the next event.
There
John,
you go.
Where are you going to put all this stuff?
I know.
He's going to have another train car.
Remember how I described
the train car, and we're going to.
That's what he's doing.
And like the third or fourth version of his, in the next 4 or 5 years, is not. The train's going to be moving, and we're going to be moving on it. It's going to travel to like Dallas and back or something, and we're going to be wandering around in different trains. It's going to be wicked.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's going to. Yeah, I'm just going to keep adding buildings to it, like Tetris, and just.
Blue Stocking, you went to the tea tasting.
No, I did not.
No, none of us did.
No, Rita did.
And she said it was awesome.
Yes, she said it was excellent. Yeah.
It was also like a 5-course meal or something on top of it.
Yeah, I always forget to sign up for those things until the last minute when they're already all gone.
Airship train cars.
Yes, airship train cars. Can you? That would be awesome.
I feel like a 5-course meal
That's what tea's supposed to be, though.
Is it?
Yes, tea was like lunch. It was a mid-afternoon meal. It was more than just tea.
Right. It was a snacky with
pie, cake, and cookies.
Racks.
I imagine.
Sorry.
The American version of tea and tea of current is.
Well, yeah, it's different here.
Not the same.
Oh, Lawrence went too.
Yep.
Man, see, I should have gone.
5-course meal. I
didn't know it was fancy like that.
Wow.
Well, as I understand it, we are going to be signed up for those next year ahead of time. Yeah.
By who?
We have no choice.
Okay.
Yep. It's
Kind
done.
of like prison.
Is it in my
a lot better
contract?
than prison, let me tell you. Oh, the conditions at this
Prison
is,
with tea.
I don't. Where did the prison thing come from? I've been to a lot of prisons, and this is just not. I'm joking.
No. I mean, because
I busted a lot of people out of
it's
prison.
what?
Really?
It's like the jail at Steampunk November. Yes,
Oh,
it
yes.
is mandatory.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You will go to jail.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
It's just part of the. It's part of the. It's
Part
the
of the
next ride in the event. See the local jail on the outside.
Yeah,
and
I never
on
got
the
thrown in that
inside.
jail until I met y'all. So I'm just saying. I go on this show, and now I'm getting tossed in the
Suddenly,
poke.
you're a rebel. You have a price on your head.
Hey, I was always a rebel, baby.
That would actually be fun. I wonder if we could figure out a way to like help raise money by making ourselves someone that could be because they had
Put in jail.
Oh, they had rewards like for like people to mount up enough money and bounty to go like arrest different people in the crowds. And it was their people, but maybe we could work out some sort of like matching event where if we can, however much we get mounted up, we'll also match it with, I don't know. We'll figure it out. It sounded better idea in my head.
So a little more RP.
Like pledge matching? I mean, is that
Essentially, yeah, kind of like see if you can get some sort of if they can raise like $300 to throw us in the jail, we'll match it by $300 or something.
Oh, yeah, that would be a great idea.
Yeah, so we can talk to we can figure out that later, but we'd be interested. So
Now I'm gonna have to come up with a cute black and white stripy outfit.
Oh yes, Nicole, the person who plays all the sheriffs over at Steampunk November.
Yes,
Multiple sheriffs. We don't know how many more variants.
the multiple personality sheriff.
I'm just gonna get one that has little wires on the side of her head that when they tap like Batty Coda from freaking that would be great.
Her eyes were freaking me out, by the way.
Oh, those are great. Those are great contacts. She just like stare at you, and I was like, I can't break eye contact, or I might be felt as might be afraid.
Woo, Rita, sassy. Did you see what Rita just said?
Well, if someone didn't just throw money at the sheriff to throw everyone in jail that walked by. So there may have been a few.
I feel like she's giving Lawrence a hairy eyeball while she's typing that.
When Lawrence got thrown in jail, he also paid the sheriff to throw other people in jail because he was the only one in there and he was lonely.
I can't.
Yeah.
I know you're in a small local jail and you ask them for a friend. You can get in here with me. And they do it. They're like, yeah, okay, we can find somebody.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, you can deny it all you want, Lawrence. We know you. We saw what you did. We saw what you've done.
For a small fee, we can forget everything though.
Mm-hmm. Everything.
Nominal fee.
It won't be recorded or anything.
Absolutely
I've
not.
already forgotten. What were we talking about?
What were we talking about? I know exactly.
Tea, right? Something
Whoa.
about tea.
Exactly.
Oh yes.
Yes,
So
it's
one
all
of
for
the
the
cool
puppies and
teas-
kitties. Yes. How much tea did you get?
A little over $100 worth, I think.
$90 worth, 5 buckets.
Yeah, I got 5 of these things. I got enough tea for hopefully until I go back. I actually got like another 3 of these cans in various states of drinking. So
What did you get? What kind?
So one of them is called Rot Gut Assam.
Tasty. Okay.
And see if I can make it not reflect my screen.
There it is.
Excuse me. And this one has Assam TGFOPT. I'm not totally sure what that is exactly. I'm going to have to go look that up. I'm pretty sure it's a type of. And orange peel, ginger, and I don't know how they got scotch in something that's dry. But it's got scotch in it.
Okay.
So, and there's the scotch word. So
Awesome.
that'll be fun. It was very interesting.
I think you might need some now.
I might. Here I am trying to drink this ale of 8%, and I have to just move back over to this stuff. By the time the wife Lex gets home, it's gonna be like, "Did you have fun on your video thing?" "Oh yeah, I'm great."
So TGFOP is a grade of tea,
Oh, okay.
which we don't really need to go into now because thanks to our weekend, we're making connections with Steampunk Teas to have somebody come on and tell
we
us
are?
all about
Oh, yes.
the longs and shorts of tea, which
Okay.
is cool because I know nothing.
I've been messing with them ever since we first went out there for Steam Chest, and we used to have these little tiny little tiny like Altoid cans. Essentially, they were
Yeah.
rebranded for our tea put in it, and I've drank a lot of those. And also with Steam Chest being dormant at the moment, I had to finish those off. And so we were talking about that, and they've actually switched to different little containers now, which is even better.
They're littler.
They're littler there, but because before it was the Altoids can, you could make 2 to 3, depending on how faint you wanted your tea,
strong you like your tea.
how strong or
Very
weaker
strong.
you wanted your tea. You could go 3 to 4 glasses on it. Now it looks like it really is a sample size versus
It's a
a
one-shot.
good section. But we were the only ones that you could get it in that size, specifically for us only for Steam Chest at that time. And so I love their stuff. This one here, this dark chocolate one, is going to my niece most likely, who is also a big fan of these teas. This one is Ceylon black tea with blackberry leaf chocolate flavoring, and if you brew it strong enough and you put a little bit of whipped cream in it, it's like having hot cocoa.
Wow. Okay.
Very, very hot cocoa.
Yeah, I like chocolatey teas.
And if you do this, and you do this, it's
Chocolate
really
with the blueberry?
good hot cocoa. Huh? Oh yeah, this stuff is fantastic.
Blueberry
hot
with the
chocolate.
chocolate?
Oh yes,
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
it is. It gives it just a little extra zing. Not a lot. I'm not saying like a full anything like that, but like this much. Just
Oh.
a little extra flavor.
I almost missed that text. Shane says the jail raised $638 for the pet rescue in
Aw.
Dallas.
Yay.
Ooh,
Puppies.
perfect.
They brought out 3 cute little puppers who were up for adoption on Sunday. You missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing laundry. What do you want from me? I was doing laundry and building a book nook. Leave me alone.
That book nook looks too cool.
It is super cool.
nook
I'm
is
getting
pretty
real close
cool.
to done. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see.
And
What
then
else?
go
Okay.
on.
Yeah. No, please.
I got 3
He's
more.
not done. There's more tea. Yeah.
There is more tea to be had here,
Apparently
sir.
this is
Yeah,
Jack's tea nook.
I'm exceedingly I'm happy with this. This is something I've
Tea
been
time
wanting to
with
do more
Jack.
on the show because I think it's steampunk is all about, well, not all about, but it has a big tea amount.
Mhm.
We even have teapot racing.
Indeed we
that
do.
Huh?
I said indeed we do.
Indeed, we do. Okay,
Please
that this
continue with the
weekend, too.
parade of tea.
so this one is also another Hassam tea. And where's the instruction? Or where's the? Oh, this one is some more of that TGFOP. So a certain grade, hibiscus and dragon fruit. And this one is called Hubert's Hues. And they actually let me have a taste of this one prior, and I'm very happy with anything that happens to have hibiscus in it. So
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
another good tea for if you like flowery teas. That's a wonderful one. And then they have the what?
Laura Mayer gives a shout out to us. She is waiting to get on a plane, so she probably
You're
won't be
watching us?
looking around. But
Whoa!
wicked
Aw.
cool.
Very nice.
Yeah, I
Thank
need
you.
to get in contact with her and schedule a interview for her new next Kickstarter, which hasn't started yet. So I'm not talking about it, but it's about to.
But I got my cards a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
Got my card game and all sorts of little goodies with it.
I got mine too.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
Very cool. Yep.
Okay, tea. More tea.
Another tea. No, I'm joking. Another tea was the blood orange green tea.
Ooh.
And it is green tea, orange peel, jasmine blossom, and blood orange extract. So
That smelled really nice.
That
did.
one, yeah. That's going to be great. I'm looking for. I need to get my teapot out and do this next time. And this one is interesting because it is in a completely different container than their usual. Like their usual one looks kind of like this, as the kind of the medicinal look to it. This one is very Baroque. It's got kind of the
Fancy.
a little different.
Modern.
What is it?
Yeah, it's that 1930s
Art Deco?
Art Deco, which I enjoy the Art
20s.
Deco, usually via the arms industry as the art form, but I like Art Deco works in many different ways. And this one is that's gonna be interesting to pronounce.
Go for it.
Kikuan Yin butterfly tea flower. It is oolong and butterfly pea flower.
I've had butterfly pea flower tea.
And it smells
think
really
you-
good. Yeah. We squeezed the butterfly too hard.
Thank you for
when
following
trying
that
to
up
pet
with
it.
flour.
It's like, whoops, the weed a little.
I brought butterfly pea
I weed.
flower tea to the show a couple years ago, I guess now. That it's really easy. It's a beautiful blue flower.
It's one of
beautiful blue
those.
tea
Yeah.
that doesn't taste like anything. But if you drop like a little lemon in it, the blue turns like purple instantly. It's kind of fun.
Ooh.
So I could see like cutting it into some other tea that has flavors.
It's a very light tea.
So it's so funny as Laura Winslet's sitting here. She's listening to us via subtitles. So then the last couple of moments should have been pretty entertaining to try to understand if you're actually meaning.
I know.
Hopefully Google's conversion is okay. That could be funny. Oh wait, no, she's on Facebook. I don't know how that conversion does.
Yeah, I don't know how that looks. I should.
Oh, that might even be more fun.
No, I have seen our captions before. They're a little wacky sometimes.
The algorithm's like, we just don't know what these people are talking about.
Yeah. Well, especially when we all start yelling at each other. You can't
I feel the
tell
same
what
way,
we're saying.
Facebook. I feel the same.
At one of my, I record all of my dissertation meetings, and so my advisor was like, "What do transcripts look like?" And I pulled it up. I'm like, "Here, look." And she was reading back. She's like, "I have no idea what I was trying to say here." And there was one where she said something like, can't remember what she said, but translated to "My brain is still wet." And I was like, "What were you?" She's like, "I have no idea." Yeah. So what we're gonna
I said that fits.
We're gonna do an episode at the very end once I finally finish, where we're just gonna read our transcripts
I love it.
from our meetings because they're horrible. I mean, they get the job done, but they're bad.
I'm gonna use that later. I can't. My brain is still wet.
Oh, Matt said the captions aren't that bad unless there's crosstalk, which there's always a lot of crosstalk.
How dare you? Cross my talk.
Yeah, we're very not professional, but we try. We try.
Hey,
This is people like us for who
we're
we
doing
are.
this for love. We're not getting paid for this. We can be as unprofessional as we want. Well, you know what I mean. We have
We don't have
kindly
corporate
donors.
sponsorship that says you're
Yes.
not allowed to say this. We
are
have people on
editorially
Patreon who
independent.
pay us to say more.
Yeah.
Please be more you. Here's some money.
And hang on, Laura just sent me a screenshot of something. The face up, Laura. Why would you send me that? I look terrible. That's so bad. I'm making the worst face.
Oh, should we post pictures of what we
No.
took pictures of this week?
Oh,
Sorry, the
picture
best
from
one
this
is the
weekend?
one where we're all looking down at the camera.
Yes, that's my favorite one. That's our album cover.
We should make an album. I don't know what we're gonna
That's so
sing.
cute.
Speaking of albums, did you get any of the musical acts this weekend? Or
Here and there,
few?
I didn't stop to listen to any. No.
I somehow missed the band that's on your shirt.
I did too.
Oh
Like,
And it
no.
sucks.
I knew
I
when
don't
they
know how
were
we missed
playing,
them.
I was ready to go, but then there was a burrito calling me. I had to go. And when that was done, it was too late.
Burrito emergency.
So my shirt is Space Corps. Intergalactic Space Corps was out there, and they played like 2 sets on Saturday, 2 sets on Sunday. So I have no excuses.
I know. I don't know how I missed him. I was wandering around. I was specifically looking for it. So yeah, Leslie Richmond is saying, fun news here. We're adding a new tea on Sunday that will be different from the Saturday tea.
Ooh, fun.
So we're going to be having 2 tea sets.
Yeah, I'm not good about I never look at the program, so I just kind of wander aimlessly throughout the. And if I catch something, I catch it.
I didn't get a program actually this time. I somehow missed it.
I didn't either, and I really wish I had one.
I think all right. So there's a wonderful woman who works the front desk. I've known her since she was barely able to look over that front desk, and we got into a wonderful argument during our
Sounds delightful.
starting this, getting my tickets. We were having so much fun that I think what it was is that I broke her usual pattern of handing me the thing. So it's my fault completely for missing out on getting the program. And that was so much. It was fun, and I did enjoy this weekend. Not having a program made it where I was just like wandering around, going, "All right, I don't want to miss anything." And so when I hear
Welcome to
music,
my world.
taking off in this direction.
Yeah, I just wandered aimlessly and just went wherever the wine was. Just kind of floated.
Usually, I'm stuck to a booth, and so I'm like, Lex takes over, and I'll rush out, and I'll go talk to a whole bunch of other booth people and catch what I can in between. And then sometimes I was taking pictures, doing other things for promotional reasons, and then I'd come back, and then it'll relieve the girl so she can run off and do the same thing, essentially, and off and go in other directions. So,
are we going to set up and record at some point?
Should.
I thought we were at this one, but then I forgot until we got out there.
We did some interviews, and those should be posting here soon on whatever. Most likely, we'll be putting it on the Patreon first. And then we may do a little bit of highlight reels during an episode or two. But there will be some interesting individuals that actually one of them will probably be up on here, or we'll post it separately on it as its own video because it's advertising another show or another event. And but yeah, we had some fun. We tested out our equipment. We figured out all the buttons, and
and on the offhand chance that we pushed the buttons in the right order, we got a couple of interviews.
Yes.
I wish we'd gotten more. The year we had our own booth, we got interviews for 3 hours worth of shows.
Yeah.
They were stuck in the booth the whole time.
Yeah, we were stuck in the booth the whole time. So it was,
however, we don't need quite the amount of gear anymore to do interviews now that we've kind of figured it out.
Well, yeah, I mean, things have gotten a lot smaller and easier to deal with.
We may need to put tethers on some of our gear, though, so it's not easy to lose because these little pieces are tiny. They go on our phones.
That's all right. That's all right. I got another one.
Yeah.
Oh, did you lose? Did you lose something?
Yeah, something must have flown out of my pocket at some point.
No.
Not a big deal. Not a big deal. But it was.
So, Jack, I know you saw Voltaire on Saturday night because I was standing next to you.
Yes.
And Blue Stocking
Yes,
had already gone
I
home.
did.
Mm-hmm.
But he was pretty good. He played a long set.
Yeah.
That was like over an hour.
Oh, definitely was over an hour because he was like waxing eloquent and also giving us life advice and telling a lot of stories. He had a TED Talk in the middle of it as well. He really had, and it was funny because we're all really enjoying him being up on stage because he's just talking. He's a good entertainer. And so one of the things I remember him saying was, you know, when I got into, I can't remember the cartoon show he was on. Grim. He was in a cartoon show.
The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy?
Yes. And he thought he made it big because he's like, oh, any minute now, I'm going to get rich and famous because I'm on this cartoon. But then he realized that 8-year-olds don't really hold a huge economical pull in the households.
Well, you know, he also did the MTV
It's
logos,
now 20
right?
years later. And a lot of these same people are now going to his conventions. And
Well, he did the early MTV logos back when there was an MTV, like in the late 80s and the 90s, the station IDs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a bunch of those. Yep, back when
just-
he was still doing that.
It was just really funny with him
did not know
explaining it. He's like, man, it just goes to show you that patience
If you stick around long enough, yeah.
Most of those people who listened to me on this cartoon are now here in the audience.
See, there you go.
So, but it was fun. He talked about his son a lot too, and different times when he was making fun of his son on stage. Like he called his son, and like in the middle, like he was at college or something, and he's like, "Hey, I'm how you doing?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm doing okay, Dad." Like, so what are you doing right now? Of course, crowd of people. And he's like, "Well, I'm smoking weed." Of course, that's what you're going to say. But
Jesus, he's got a college age kid.
Oh yeah, this kid's like out of college now.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's just
he's almost 60.
No, he's not.
You cannot say that on this show. We're gonna get demonetized.
Come on, hang on. I gotta verify this. He cannot be 56.
He's way too sexy to be 60.
I'm just saying. No, it's just he's always had a.
He's got all his black hair, and just watch it. It's gonna go all white.
It's all white at once. Yeah.
Oh, I bet he's dyeing it as we speak. No.
Yeah, they're going. No, there's marks a lot. I considered it myself. I don't hold it against him.
Nothing wrong with going gray. Just saying.
I got to introduce Jack to Thwin Mills. I don't know if you guys, if you are familiar with Thwin. He's worked at Steampunk November for a few years, I think. And
some stuff from my convention or from my table every now and then. I didn't realize.
I feel like he used to do shows in Austin a lot. He was dating this gal, and they lived in Austin, but things have changed, and he's moved along, so I don't get to see him as much anymore. So when I came back and saw him at Steampunk November, I was reminded that he is really good as a guitarist. I mean, that's one thing I think Voltaire is not strong in. He's not a practiced guitarist, really. He's a songwriter, and I think he does a great job with that. But contrasting him with Thwin, who was just like, it was kind of like, oh wow, why you need a bigger stage, dude. He's a lot of fun. He's got a good stage presence. He keeps things light and kind of goofy. He's also kind of a goofy songwriter, and he'll sort of move from like deep, heartfelt, emotional to off the rails silly, and it'll mess with you, and that's what he's trying to do. He likes to mess with you. and he's just like got really good guitar chops, and he does that looping thing where he'll loop a sample and then he'll play over himself, and it's fun to watch. I think he needs to be on bigger stages, frankly. Of course, that's just me. That's one opinion, and that's why maybe he's on one stage. I don't know.
No.
But he's cool, and he wears tight pants.
Oh, okay.
For what that's worth.
That is worth a lot, depending on who's in the tight pants. Oh, well, yeah, it's just staying out that my back starts to crumble to pieces, so I can't stay too long.
I understand. I just don't like it.
I know. I don't like it either. But also, I don't want to do a hotel bed when my bed is an hour away. So, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. You live closer.
I do. An hour and 5 minutes.
I mean, is it really, if you wanted to come out on a second day, because it looks like they're going to be moving to the Saturday, Sunday, and not the Friday, Saturday, and kind of Sunday setup. So,
like next year?
Yeah. That's what
like I said, it's just, I mean, and you know what? Things could be, hopefully by this time next year, I'll be done with school and things will be different, and I can take time like during the week because I won't have, 6-hour advisor meetings in the middle of the week and everything else. So,
yep.
But it's just the weekends are the time when I have to get my chores done. laundry, and I still didn't fold anything. I did like 6 loads of laundry, and it's all still in baskets. So
I'm looking down the hall and seeing my basket of laundry over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
yeah, I got the sheets out and put on the bed, and that was pretty much it. Everything's clean. It's just,
Hey,
incremental
incremental
what you
steps
gotta
are
do.
still steps.
I sat in my chair and watched Law and Order SVU on Sunday, and I worked on my little projects. We all have to decompress somehow.
Oh yeah, I know.
Still haven't taken down my Halloween decorations either.
No, you just add Santa hats to everything now. You're fine.
Put Santa hats on the witches.
Yes.
So I've got a bunch of
Put Santa
pumpkins.
hats on them.
Hmm?
I got a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns, and what I found is I just have to turn them around so they just look like pumpkins again, and they're for Thanksgiving.
Ours started to fall apart already, so Matt tossed them in the backyard for the squirrels to eat.
Okay, mine aren't
Yeah.
real.
Oh, yeah. Our pumpkins just kind of. Although, did I tell you guys about the one that I saw? The guy that he just poked like 3 holes in the pumpkins and put the peanut butter in there and let the squirrels
Eat it.
Go to town.
Yes, they're
As if we
terrifying.
gored out pumpkins. Yeah.
Yes, I want to try that next year. Yeah.
So I bought a pumpkin after Thanksgiving or after Halloween.
You've been to
specifically
Thanksgiving already?
specifically to feed to the squirrels in the backyard.
Aw.
What they go into my potted plants and they dig holes in them.
Yes, they do.
Toss the dirt out. I was
Terrible.
like, that dirt is expensive. I had to pay money for that.
Yeah.
Get out of my dirt, you!
Fancy dirt.
Pine cones. Put pine cones in there. They have a harder time digging.
Wait, they're potted plants?
Yes.
My mom used to use bamboo skewers
Mhm.
to keep the cats out of her potted trees in the house.
Bungee sticks,
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
that are against multiple war crime.
I'm just saying. But,
Use
and
against
when
the squirrels.
well, she didn't put them pointy side up at first. She just had them in there, and when one of my cats wouldn't stop, she flipped them around and had the pointy
It'll
sides
flip them
up.
around and stab.
No,
Stocking's
this cat-
mom has chosen violence.
This cat still worked her way around those spikes because I caught her at it. I
That's
don't
one
know.
reason I really like pine cones.
Yeah.
You find pine cones that are a little bit bigger than your fist, and
And throw 'em at
you
the
pile
squirrels.
them up on there around the plant, and it works out very well.
They just whip them at the squirrels.
Wait, I missed something. What?
I said, "Are you throwing them at the squirrels?" I didn't
Oh yeah,
understand.
chunk them. You grab that squirrel by the back of the throat, back of the neck, and you shove it down
No.
its throat.
Oh no! That's so much more violent than I was thinking. No.
Slippery slope.
You start with bamboo skewers, you're shoving pine cones down a squirrel's throat.
I mean,
What
the bamboo
happened?
skewer thing's evil. It's
like
against
waterboarding for
all sorts of
squirrels.
conventions of war.
It's just to keep them from jumping up in there.
It's literally a hole that you put spikes up that they can fall into.
It's a potted plant. They have to
That's a
jump up,
Vietnam
you
War
dummy.
crime.
They're not going down into it.
Jack, have you met a cat?
Yeah,
Yes, I own one.
because she
Well,
was still
technically, I
doing
don't
it.
it.
own one.
It's okay.
I have one that happens to live in my
The
house.
cat that led to the spikes, it didn't stop her. My mom, it was like a forest of bamboo skewers in that thing. Because she was tiny and very
Okay.
limber. And yeah, it was. If I had had a cell phone camera, I would have videotaped the whole thing because it was hysterical. She was fine. She lived to see another. She lived to poop in another plant. It's fine.
I know.
Sorry,
Oh.
Thax. I ran off the rails.
Oh yeah, always. Okay. Vendors.
Please
did you
join us
have any-
next week when we talk about how to remove raccoons from your kitchen
From your face
using
after you mess
using
with a
World War
raccoon.
II trench warfare tactics.
Uh,
and
Hey!
white phosphorus.
I hate you so much.
Jack, did you have any vendors that you liked particularly that were not the tea shop? Because we already know about the tea.
We know all about the tea.
Oh, let's see.
No more
here.
butterfly pea. Let's move on.
The one with the cute well, okay, so I bought stuff from a couple. One of them was the Dreamcatcher Pokemon, the Pokemon Dreamcatchers. That was pretty
Okay.
cool. Some people consider those to be a little, well, you don't want to catch dreams in them because it. All right, so apparently you're supposed to, I was not aware, but you're supposed to deploy those when you're only having bad dreams. So you're not always supposed to keep them up.
No.
I was not aware of that. That is a westernized thing that I
That's
was not
white
aware
people.
of. I know. One of them apparently. Like, ooh, Pokemon. And I was
There's so much wrong with that. I can't. Okay, did y'all see the plushies like Emery had?
Oh, yeah, that was actually the next thing I was talking about was the plushies.
Yes, although
Super cute.
somebody got Picasso taken away until she cleans her room.
Oh.
I told Shannon she needs to start sending ransom notes to Emery.
When you have Picasso.
Picasso? Yes.
Picasso.
Those were so cute. I was going to go back and get the one with the Plague Doctor mask, but then I spent money for 2 corsets at Kitty's place. So
they had one that looked like the Bad Robot production company.
Yes,
robot.
yes, that's what it was. Okay, I knew it looked familiar and I wanted it, but yeah.
And all it needs
Very
like an antenna, like a little spodoinkle on it.
I was thinking
And
Wall-E,
it
but that wasn't
almost like the Minecraft copper golem that never got in the game. Yeah, there was some other things.
Yeah, those
so
were
that
really
was a
cute,
good one
though.
too. That was another one of the unique ones.
Yeah.
And of course, we always have to talk about this one. This is a good one.
What? Wow. We
the
talked about
Wild
it.
Bills.
Only
There.
I couldn't get a Steampunk November one because they were sold out.
I got the limited edition
2
last
hours.
year one for Lex.
Whatever.
Neener.
Whatever.
Oh, here's your
See
mug.
how hard I can chuck this mug at you?
Have your mug.
That's another thing that Jack and I mentioned, that if there was a vendor space, and I think they're working on one, for Steampunk November branded stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they have like the Mercantile that had like pin or like stickers and stuff like that. But
even Steam Chest bought some of their shirts there for 1 year. And the guy that was sitting at the front with the brown shirt, we bought a bunch of those shirts there for one time.
Yeah.
Those were limited edition shirts. But they don't actually have their own like bunker worth of stuff that they would be selling.
No, they didn't have a whole lot of stuff because we went because Sandlin and Emery wanted pins. They wanted like the one that I got, but they didn't have any of those back there. So
if you go and buy their like captain's
the captain's pass,
I think.
Yep, that's how I got
stuff.
That's yeah.
Yeah,
I got the pin, and you got 10% off of the merchandise, but yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly, I just wanted the parking spot.
That, you know what, guys, that was a fantastic idea. Is getting the premier parking spot. I'll admit that I didn't need it exactly this time, but I can definitely tell if you do start getting parking all the way back to N, that premier parking spot will be worth every dollar.
Yes, very handy. Yeah. Yep. It was very nice. I enjoyed it.
Oh, another good vendor. The jail was very handy this year. Outside of Kitty, and it was conveniently located right across Kitty's, so they could tell us when we could tell every time we were in jail. Just wave at each other.
Just looking at us in her eyes, it's like again.
Oh, the candy guy with the freeze-dried candies.
Oh God, the Skittles. Oh
so
my!
I went and I bought some of those for Cody, and I got some of the
that was a lot.
Freeze-dried gummy worms for Lex, but I got the spicy ones, which I was not even aware. I got the chamoy ones. Chamoy, not chamoy. That sounds like a bad British tram somewhere.
Come on, Jack. Yeah, texting. You got to speak it.
So they were a little more spicy than I was expecting a regular gummy worm to be.
Yeah, those Skittles. Did you see Emery after like
half
a bag of those Skittles? Our pupils were blown.
Oh yeah, no, Cody was the same way. He ate them and he was just like nuts.
Yeah,
like
that was
removing the liquid from them. All of a sudden, made it go straight to your bloodstream.
Yeah, it was. They were like mainlining Skittles. It was so bad.
So Leslie says the freeze-dried candy place is called the Candy Man.
Yeah,
makes total sense.
Aptly named.
And the cute plushies are from the Mill.
The Mill,
and that was way in the back corner of the event.
The other half of the Mill was a woman who made leather roses. that were really pretty.
I saw one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, she wandered around selling them out of a basket, and they were really cool looking.
Very
And I
nice.
also want to mention up here that someone tells me that pine cones aren't a war crime. So,
See,
Yeah.
Thank you. It's nature.
There was this vendor there in the Arboretum area who had these bubbling lamps. They look very mad scientist-y. They were
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
cool.
the Gloomworks.
That's what they're called. Yes.
Because Matt got me a balloon, one of the ornaments, the Christmas tree ornaments, the balloon, one of the balloons. Yeah, did you see the ones with the baby heads and the clown heads on them?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that one.
Goth Gloom Prop Works, that's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, it was. There was ones with baby heads on them. It was really disturbing.
Sounds about right.
They market to the freaky Halloween sort of shtick as well, which is cool. I thought they were really, really neat. I had them as a vendor for a, unfortunately, not well-attended event some years ago that I had the hardest time just to get anybody to come out and vend, and they were one of the solid ones, and they did not do well that weekend, and I feel guilty.
No.
Because I think they're a great vendor. They've got cool stuff.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah.
Rita says they bought one. They got one of their.
Did you get the one with the baby heads?
I don't think Rita
the
would
clown
have
heads.
one with the baby heads. She'd probably be a
Well,
clown
I didn't even. I saw the clown heads, but Emery was in front of me, so it was when I didn't. The baby head ones were lower, and then she moved. I'm like, oh my god, baby doll heads. Okay, no baby heads. Good.
Okay. So she did go with the one with the clown heads.
No clowns. And the guy was like, some people enjoy clowns, some find them quite disturbing. Like, yes, they do. Oh, you got the laser. Oh, you got the laser one? Super cool. Yeah.
There's a laser one?
Yes, there's a laser. Yeah, there were some really neat ones. Yeah.
One with
Matt
a
was
sharp
over there for a while.
laser beam in its head.
Yeah. Sharks with freaking laser beams.
Freaking laser beams. They're freaking heads.
And then they have the one with just the angry sea bass in it.
The what?
That's the next half of that joke, because they couldn't get sharks with laser beams. They only could find
Sorry.
irritated sea bass. They were mutated, though. So they were
All I
Okay.
could think of was, that's great bass. Bassmaster 3000.
Okay.
No?
Well, it is 9:02.
Already?
I'm having a hot flash.
Yep.
Yes.
Holy moly.
Yep.
I'm
Time
being yelled
flies.
at by the dog, as you can tell.
We talked about
you
nothing
attacked.
for a long time.
We're good at that.
We have so much to talk about. Obviously, we enjoyed our weekend. But
Yes, very much. Very, very much.
Yeah, we did have a fantastic time.
thank you
Yeah.
for everyone who was able to contribute to us having a
Yes.
fantastic time.
And I
know
mean,
it took an entire
the-
convention to do it.
the outfit that Shannon started building by bits and pieces last Steampunk November has been complete because she got her corset from Kitty this weekend. So,
There you go.
yep, from being a non-steampunker at all, and yeah, after 3 festivals, she's ready to go.
She got it a lot better. She got it a lot quicker together than I did. It took me a lot
Yeah.
longer.
Yeah, well, she was figuring out what she wanted, but yeah, she enjoys it. She was having a really good time.
Very good.
So, yeah, I think she did some axe throwing too.
Oh, we did axe throwing too.
Yeah,
I
That
was
was so
terrible.
much fun.
she's good at it. She's shockingly good at it. Yeah, it's a little scary.
Like I said, it was all about the math.
Oh no. Okay.
And the experience. Jack has
Yeah.
got
The fact that I taught it for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
You just whipping axes at people.
I didn't think about it. Oh yeah, no, right now I had to teach like 8-year-olds how to throw at axes.
That sounds terrifying and inadvisable.
I mean, they signed a waiver.
There's not enough insurance in the world.
Apparently, there is. Because I wasn't the one that ran the thing. I was just the instructor.
Good lord.
Yep.
all right. I guess then I need to tell everybody about our patronage
Indeed.
And who's helping us keep the lights on? Texas Steampunk Connection is supported in part by J.R. Seeger's A School for the Great Game, in which Edwardian teen Elizabeth Bancroft is forced to go to college in India, which is in fact the British India School for Spies, where she learns the family business of espionage, martial arts, and Tibetan mystic arts. School for the Great Game is the first in the Steampunk Garage series available on Amazon. We're supported by Fair Treasures. We talk about Kitty all the time when she's not here. We talk to her when she is here. She runs
not here, is she?
She runs Fair Treasures, which has a selection of Texas female presenting costumes and accessories,
Beautiful,
steampunk and Renaissance wear, and one-of-a-kind imported jewelry. You can shop Fair Treasures at fairtreasures.com, fair spelled with an E, or on Etsy.com. We also want to thank our patrons, Jenny and Ryan Shaver, who did not make it to Steampunk November because they were working for Kitty at the Renaissance Fair. But we miss them. We miss them. And
thank you for your sacrifice.
Yes, thank you.
Our certified aeronaut, Natalie McTavish, thank you. And
For arresting all of us.
That's a different character.
Repeatedly.
I don't know that sheriff. And a generous grant from the crew of the airship Aberfeldy, Rita and Lawrence Allen. They are involved in
everything.
The Giving Garden at Jacob's Reward Farm, which I will talk about in future shows at the end of the show. But I was just given this information, so I need to figure out a little write-up for them. But yes, check out thegivinggarden.org to find out more about them. Yeah, so that's everything.
Awesome.
Oh, that reminds me. Something I wish I'd seen at Steampunk November is a male presenting costumes and accessories booth. And I never see that at any steampunk events.
Well, didn't Venefica sell some?
If they did, then
I don't remember.
Missed it, and that's very possible. But I really do wish I could find places that are making custom waistcoats and what do you call them? Ascots, and
they are hard to find. Yeah.
Leslie says they're hard to find, and they are.
Yeah.
It's.
I made one, and it was easy. And I'm sure if somebody wanted to
do it on a much larger scale.
Yeah, we shipped out like 30 ascots with one of our first major releases of Steam Chest that Lex came up with and made and manufactured like on the spot. But I mean, still, that's not a lot of guys wear ascots.
They probably would out there, though.
I mean, one guy wore one
I would.
this weekend that looked a little bit like sour cream, but
I look fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about.
Looked like a dollop of Daisy. Of course, it fit with the whole regalia. So, like I said, you did look really good.
Yeah, right. Is there anything else that you'd like to add before we sign off? Let Flavio take us out.
Nope.
Had a lot of fun. Thank you for another wonderful, awesome festival. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. We will see you again in 2 weeks on Tuesday nights. Until then, here's Flavio.
So, once again, thank you for listening. You can find us again on Facebook at Texas Steampunk Connection for any comments, questions, suggestions. If you know of something happening Steampunk that's happening soon, we can put it on our calendar, on our Patreon, as well as the list of over 100 comics and graphic novels, Steampunk and Weird West related.
You can also email us at texassteampunkconnection@gmail.com. And we're a streaming podcast, texassteampunkconnection.podbean.com.
And if you lose it on Facebook and you want to watch a rerun of this show at any point in time on YouTube, you can go find them on Steam Chest.
And although we've made many, many jokes about Twitter, you can look for us at TX Steam Connect 1 on Twitter.
I never use it. I never look at it. I don't know. I don't understand Twitter. Yeah, so once again, thank you very much. And until next time, mind your gauges.
Mind your gauges.